Yo, new agents with Keller Williams, you're gonna wanna hear this. So I'm an agent with LPT Realty. I was with Keller Williams for 11 years of my career, and I have a lot of conversations with agents who are interested in joining us. Part of my process is I like to show them side by side what it costs them to do business at Keller Williams versus if they were to do that same business at LPT, what their net would look like. And I just got off the phone with this agent and she was pissed. So she closed 2 transactions within her first 6 months at Keller Williams. So we took those 2 and ran them side by side, Keller Williams versus LPT. And here's the results. So to quickly give you an idea of the fees for this Keller Williams Market Center, it's a 70-30 split, capped at $18,000. There's a 6% royalty, capped at $3,000. This market center has a 10% mandatory coaching fee for anyone who hasn't closed 3 transactions within the last 12 months. There's a $295 transaction fee. There is a $195 sign-up fee when this agent initially joined, and there is a $99 per month fee to be part of this market center. So now we take her first 2 transactions that she closed within the first 6 months, and let's see what it looks like. Both transactions, average commission was about $10,000. So that's the figure we'll use. $10,000, you got 30% going to Keller Williams. You got 6% going to Keller Williams International. You have 10% going to the mandatory coach. You have a $295 transaction fee. We're gonna factor in the sign-up fee for this one, so $195 there. And we'll use the $99 monthly fee, 6 months worth. We'll take it out of this commission. So we started with $10,000. All of those fees come out. This agent is left with $4,316. It ended up costing her $5,684 to close this transaction at Keller Williams. Now let's move down to the next transaction. We'll pull out the monthly fee and we'll also pull out the sign-up fee. $10,000 commission, 30% goes to the market center, $3,000, 6% goes to Keller Williams International, $600, $1,000 to the mandatory coach, $295 for the transaction fee, costing this agent $4,895 to close that transaction at Keller Williams, leaving her with a net $9,421. Total cost to close these 2 transactions at Keller Williams was $10,579. So now her net, what actually went into her pocket, $9,421. Not bad, right? Now this is when it gets crazy and agents tend to get pissed off. We're gonna take those same 2 transactions that she already closed and plug them into LPT's fees. And we're gonna compare what it would look like if she closed those transactions at LPT. So at LPT Realty, you have a $500 annual fee that is taken out of your first transaction every year. You have a $500 split with LPT, and it's capped at $5,000. There's a $195 transaction fee, and that's it. So for this agent to close her first transaction, $10,000 in commission, it ended up costing her $1,195 to close it at LPT, leaving her with a net of just over $8,800. Moving on to the second transaction, we no longer have the annual fee to pay, so there's a $500 split with LPT and a $195 transaction fee. The second transaction, it cost her $695 to close it with LPT, leaving her with a net of just over $9,300. Total cost for both transactions at LPT, $1,890. And listen, this is crazy. The difference of what went in her pocket if she was to close those 2 transactions at LPT versus Keller Williams was $8,689. She would have made just over $18,000 in commission if she closed them at LPT versus the $9,400 that she made at Keller Williams. Now this is where agents get pissed. Side by side, what would you make if you closed them at LPT versus Keller Williams? So remember, it was $9,421 that she made in her pocket at Keller Williams. If she would have closed those same 2 transactions at LPT Realty, she would have made over $18,000 with a difference of just shy of $9,000. That is huge. Keller Williams agents, I get it. I drank the Kool-Aid for a long time and I thought it was the best place. It's not. LPT Realty provides you everything you need to run your business at a very high level. The value that Keller Williams provides its agents doesn't even compare to the offerings that LPT Realty provides its agents. You get more and you earn more when you're here at LPT. So get off the fence. Let's run these numbers side by side for your business so you can identify what is best for your business. At the end of the day, this business isn't easy. The market isn't helping us right now, and you need to protect your hard-earned money.